Welcome, everybody, to Scott County High School for tonight's 42nd District boys basketball game. A couple of teams that aren't where they wanted to be at this point, both 2-4. The Scott County Cardinals up against the Frederick Douglass Broncos. Both of them would have loved to have been able to claim the title of Toyota Classic champion coming into this. Scott County, I can't describe it as anything more than an epic collapse that they had in the semifinals, and Douglass got past Great Crossing to get to the final and then struggled with a inside-out, physical, strong South Laurel team that beat them 53-46 to claim the honors in the 26 Classic. I'm Cal Oakes. We've got the band back together. Derek Varney is with me tonight. How you doing, Derek?
Great, Cal. Great to be back, man. I'm very, very excited. I said this is my first so far of the year.
And your last.
And it's going to be the last till January. That's
because by the time we do this again, it'll be 2022. Not just you, but anybody. This is our last scheduled game of the calendar year. So I think it's going to be a good one on paper. This is two teams that both feel like they have a shot down the road as the season goes on of doing some damage in this 42nd district. Douglass is looking in the face of going 0-3 in the district if they lose tonight. So you know they're hungry. And you know Scott County's got to be hungry after back-to-back losses over the weekend.
Yeah, very tough weekend for Coach Glenn and the Cardinals. Had long conversations with him. I told him after Friday night South Laurel, being up around 11 points with about 3 minutes to go, and you don't, things happen sometimes. And I told him, I said, I'm having trouble sleeping on this one. I know you probably are too. But you know what? Close the book on those, and let's open up district play here tonight, and hopefully get a victory. You're looking at a Frederick Douglass team that's going to be very physical. They use their physicality. Both teams know each other pretty well, and again, they're looking at going 0-3 in the district, so they're going to be hungry.
Yeah, they lost decisively to Henry Clay and Bryan Station, 90-72. That was interesting. This is a Douglass team that I think a lot of people touted as a top 25 team based on kind of speculation that they had some talent that was coming up through. And they're going to be that good. They lost an awful lot over the past couple of years. When you lose Deshaun Jackson, who's now at EKU,
Right.
What else do you need to say?
Exactly right.
But they had some other kids. Jalen Green was a factor in their run the past couple of seasons, and they had some others. The kid that impressed me over the Toyota Classic week was Tyson Barrett. He was the first kid that could really get physical with Malachi Marino and cause some problems for Great Crossing.
Yeah, I mean, and you're going to see that. A lot this evening as well, with Scott County's, lack of inside presence. I mean, you have Jeremy Hamilton, speaking of a good job on Malachi Marino, from Saturday, played him very well. I mean, when you're giving up that size, but again, as Coach Glenn and I were talking, Jeremy's got a great lower body, and he gets up under the big men and uses his strength and, frustrates them a lot. But I am looking for, it's no secret, you got to pound the ball inside against Scott County if you're, Frederick Douglass.
Jeremy's never going to get cheated no matter what they list him at, whether it's 6'1", 6'2". He plays bigger than that. He's a three-sport athlete. Double-double at least once in the Classic. Was named all-tournament team along with J.Z. Middleton, who just had a nutty first game in three quarters, both against Lafayette, whom they beat by 40, and then had some buzzer beaters in the game against South Laurel to really stretch the lead and made it look like they were headed to the finals. So that's a kid that can get hot. Nick Mosby's a kid that can get hot. You look at the stats. Nick is averaging 15 points a game through 6. Middleton 11.8. Isaiah Haynes 11.8. Micah Glenn 10.7. So this is a team with balance and a team that can hurt you in an abundance of different ways. They've just had some trouble with the press from time to time. And I don't mean reporters. I mean the press on the court.
No, absolutely, Cal. There's no question these guys. You can watch them. You can watch a team warm up. These guys can flat out shoot the basketball. But what you have to look at is those certain points in the game. You get to your last 3 minutes against South Laurel, just for example. You cannot play those last three like you played your first three. You got to keep running offense. You got to, as Coach Glenn told them, guys, let's get a layup, or, we're going to shoot layups, or we're going to get a free throw. That's the kind of stuff. It's the mental part and, staying in front of your man on defense, giving up easy buckets. I think, he made a statement to me last night. He said, I feel like we're in the exact same place we were 2 years ago. And he had to tell the guys that. He said, guys, please don't pack it in on me. He's like, let me tell you what happened 2 years ago. He said, you all may be a little bit better than where we were 2 years ago. And that's it. Speaking of that team 2 years ago, that's an eventual 11th region champ.
That's exactly what I was thinking today. Record-wise, this team is right where they've been the past 2 years, but this season compares so much more closely to the first one in terms of the experience. They've got a bunch of second-year starters. They have that continuity. They understand, that 2 years ago, that team, they didn't have a bunch of guys that had been in the starting lineup the year before, but they had guys that had been through the battles. And I feel like this team has been through some battles. They've been tried and tested the past year plus. Haven't always come out on the winning end, but you're right. I think as time goes by, and Coach Glenn is right, these guys, they've proven it in the past. They won the JV region tournament 2 years ago, this same group.
That's exactly right. And just speaking of this past weekend, Cal, what does it mean in the grand scheme of things? Absolutely nothing. You came in fourth place in Toyota Classic. It makes no difference who came in front of you. It's, close the book on that. That's a fun little measuring stick. See where you are. And then right now, tonight is when you got a district ball game. You got to pick it up and go from here.
Yeah, ask South Laurel how much being the Toyota Classic champion matters. Last night they went out and got beat by Reed Shepherd pretty convincingly in their very next game. So it is a long season. There are a lot of good teams in Kentucky, as we know. Scott County is going to play its share just because of who it is. They're not going to back down from anyone. So the record may not be awe-inspiring, but there is a purpose to it all, and that is down the road. Frederick Douglass, besides Tyson Barrett, Kai Simpson impressed me. He's a guard that's got some experience. They got seems like teams in Lexington with guys named Boone do pretty well. And they've got Armello Boone, who's a newcomer who is a freshman, very promising, just a little dude at 5'5", but he impressed me in that tournament.
Yeah, they're always going, just the size and of Frederick Douglass. They're gonna have athletes year in and year out, and you get to see more of how good are the kids that were around Deshaun Jackson. When you take him from the starting lineup and you got a guy who, hey, buddy, we need a bucket right now. He got him a bucket and got more buckets beyond that bucket, right? So now I think that you see they got a couple growing pains. They're going through some growing pains. But again, tonight's where it starts. I mean, there's another district game for them, and this is Scott County's first district game.
Tylon Webb, he's another one. He and Cameron Dunn, I believe, both from the football team. And there's another factor, too. These guys are a little late to the party in terms of basketball. They played for a state title only 10 days ago in football. So it is slow going. It's a long season. We all know 30 games plus, and this early you're not going to get too panicked about being 2-4. We're going to have the starting lineups on the other side of the national anthem. We'll be back with you shortly. Let's take a moment of silence and remembrance of the lives lost and the destruction in our great state and this part of our nation. I'll get absolutely a moment of silence. Please remain standing for the play of our national anthem. We're back, Cal Oaks, Derek Varney, and we just want to echo what our friend Bill Holland said down there. We stand with the good folks in Mayfield, Dawson Springs, Bowling Green, wherever you may be that were hit Friday night. And boy, it was a tough day on Saturday. We were all here to have a good time, but certainly heavy hearts and minds. And you talk about this being just a game, this being just a tournament that we went through. It really is. Has been underscored more clearly than anything possibly could.
Absolutely. The grand scheme of things that we were very fortunate enough to be able to Saturday to have our families around and watch basketball and enjoy with those so many people. Just it's just heartbreaking what happened Friday night.
Yeah, our inconveniences are very small. We wish everybody the best, and we're just grateful for how the state continues to come together in the aftermath of that. Your starters for Scott County tonight, getting back to the matter at hand here. Jay-Z Middleton, mentioned he had a great Toyota Classic. He's been running the point for the Cardinals. Nick Mosby, Micah Glenn, Isaiah Haynes, and Jeremy Hamilton. That is a group that's had a lot of starts, Derek, and they are, as we said, their ceiling is pretty high. Frederick Douglass, we mentioned the player to watch. Tyson Barrett, he's the man in the middle, 6'6". 6'7" is what they list the junior at now, and he will be a chore. That's one thing with the Scott County lineup, as Tim Glenn says, they're much more measured by their heart than they are by their height.
He absolutely, he's going to be a chore, but again, you got to find him. You got to find him when a shot goes up, and also I know they're going to play behind him. You got to make him catch it and make an athletic basketball move, and I think he does struggle with that in what I've seen him play. I know going to the basket, grabbing a rebound, dunking the basketball, he's all about that. So you got to make him do what he's uncomfortable with.
The other factor in all these Scott County Douglas games, it seems like the past couple of years, foul trouble, and both teams will have to make free throws, will have to get to the free throw line and take advantage of those opportunities, and their bench will have to fill the void when that moment arises.
Absolutely, and Scott County's bench has been a little thin, and so the starters are going to have to control the backboard and keep themselves out of silly foul trouble, and cut down on turnovers.
Kai Simpson, Tylon Webb, Armello Boone. He wears number 1, so we already have discovered our first error on the KHS AA roster. Shamar O'Roy Ford, he's a veteran. We've heard his name, and he's a banger too at 6'7".
Yes, he is.
So you're going to watch him. So they start 6'7", 6'7".
What's he, a fifth-year senior?
I think so. He's been around. Haynes tried to jump with him. It goes to Frederick Douglass, and Simpson will bring it up slowly for the Broncos, who are wearing black with the orange numerals and the trim, the white trim. So Roy Ford up top. Simpson on the drive, gets it deflected, knocked away into the hands of Mosby, and got back go the Cardinals to the other end of the floor. We are here on the, yes, you'd call it south end of the auditorium.
Yes. Good defense down here, Cal. They one of the Scott County's nemesis is trying to keep the opposing team out of the lane. Simpson drove the lane. They got some hands in and helped and got a steal out of it.
Scott County not afraid to take its time with that first possession and get that good shot. It's Micah Glenn off the back of the rim, no good. O'Roy Ford with the rebound, and he dishes it to Simpson.
I like that shot by Micah, though. He gathered himself in the lane where he used to, he would fly through there and charge over someone. He just missed a good 5-footer right there.
He's been in some foul trouble this year. He's got to watch that tonight. The dish to Barrett at the foul line. He gets rid of it, gets it back, and over to Webb in the corner now to Simpson. Simpson drives the baseline, spins away from Middleton, and will reset to Barrett, guarded by Hamilton up top. 6:43 to play, first quarter, no score.
Scott County's got it packed in. I mean, they're helping. They're not doing their normal, run and trap. They're probably going to trap on the ball screens, but they're great defense.
Baseline drive by Barrett, kicks it out to Webb. Top of the key, jumper soft and feathery. It's good at 2-0. Douglas on top.
Nice stroke by Webb right there.
Middleton now. Gets it over to Hamilton, who finds Mosby on the left side. Middleton up top, guarded by Boone. Finds Glenn. Scott County getting in everyone's hands early. Hamilton has it now over to Haynes.
A little bit stagnant.
Haynes, nice cut by Mosby and a beautiful pass by Haynes to tie it up.
As we talk pregame, you see what running offense, Cal. Be patient. There's no shot clock. Be patient. Other teams are going to stop playing defense, and they get a layup.
That's what you got to do, break them down. Douglas, for all its quickness and size, likes to play that half-court game. They like to use that size more so than anything else to bang with you. There's Barrett, little one-handed floater, no good. Rebound by Hamilton, gets it away to Middleton to bring it up the court for the Cards. Mosby in the corner, steps back, finds Middleton. Mosby again, a deep three. It is around the rim and in.
There we go.
5-2.
He's 2 for 2, Cal. Look out. And we got it now. What Scott County has to do is he hit 3 shots against South Laurel, and then they came down and shot a couple bad shots. They need to continue to get him the ball. Get the hot hand the ball.
Mosby is the streaky type. Once he makes 1 or 2, it'll be several in a row. Same goes for Middleton. Same goes for Glenn. Here's Kai Simpson. Same goes for him, but he's short on that one.
Got a rebound.
Kicked around to Glenn. Here come the Cards. 4 on 3 for the moment. Glenn over to Middleton in the corner. Back to Glenn inside, but he lost it off his foot. 4:58 to play first quarter. 5-2. Cardinals on top.
Cal, I'm going to say it right now. I like Scott County on the defensive end right now. What they're doing is they're letting the guy drive baseline, which usually in basketball is a no-no, but they're having help going, and they're trapping the baseline, and that's giving the Broncos fits right now.
Webb dishes. Broncos taking their time as well. There's a drive after the Euro step. They're going to call the travel.
Has to be. That was a Euro step on top of Euro step.
Yes.
That was a Euro and an Italy step.
That was Euro and half of Asia. Here's Middleton ticking down to 4:30 in the first quarter. 5-2 Cards. They've been patient. They've been efficient to this point. It's a long night ahead of us. Here's Mosby. Spins around, finds Glenn.
Just keep cutting hard. Keep rolling and cutting hard right here, and they're going to get what they want.
Fast-moving first half of this first quarter, down to 4:15 now. Cards, a couple of baskets on their first 3 possessions. Haynes will take a 3, kind of ill-advised, back of the rim, no good.
That's what he has to learn. I know Coach Glenn had a conversation with. Don't get an itchy trigger finger. You don't have to shoot that.
Kind of a no-look to the corner. The drive on the baseline. Boone kicks it to Simpson for a 3 from the right corner. It's good, and the tie up with 3:45 to go in the first quarter.
We'll penetrate and kick right there. They got some good-looking shooters. I mean, both these teams can shoot the basketball.
Here's the pressure. Middleton dribbling through it. Looks ahead to Hamilton. Hamilton gets it back to Middleton. They'll set it in the half court. 3:30 to play opening quarter. 5 apiece. Glenn, step back. Dish to Haynes. Haynes. He's going to shoot another one short. He's going to get his own rebound, though. That's why you follow your shot. Still short from the foul line, but Hamilton with the third chance. Leans in, misses that. Tipped. Haynes gets it. Out to Middleton. 3 chances. Make it 4 now for the Cards, and they'll reset.
Isaiah needs to take his time here. He needs to relax. He's 0 for 4 right now from the floor. Don't get frustrated. This is where he needs to understand. Get something easy. Let's get a layup or a free throw to get yourself going.
Here's Haynes. Kick to Middleton. Had it knocked away for a moment, but keeps it away from Webb.
Got to move.
Middleton drive. Bounce pass to Hamilton. Back to Glenn. Middleton's alone in the corner. They're going to get the block. It'll be on Boone. His first foul of the game for either team. It's pretty much running time to this point. 2:43 remaining first quarter. We've got a girls game across town just starting. Walton Verona, very good team at Great Crossing. We'll get you updates on that as the evening goes along. Of course, Great Crossing girls second in the Toyota Classic behind Franklin County. Middleton to Hamilton. Mosby.
There you go. Jeremy needs to pass and screen.
Mosby's hot. He might as well take one. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Barrett. Barrett will bring it up. He will kick it over. Long 3-point in and out, but there's the tip by Barrett. Still no good. Rebound, Mosby.
Good. We need to go, and he needs to go in transition as well.
That was Chenault on the 3-point attempt. That is a steal, but lost by Tylon Webb. Nope, it's going to be off Scott County. I kind of thought, maybe it was Michael Glenn, came in at the last second, knocked it out of bounds.
Cal, what they have to watch out for is getting to Jeremy Hamilton in the open court and making him dribble and make a move off it. He cannot. He's got to catch and lay the ball in the basket. He can't be on the open floor handling the ball. It's just not his forte.
Kai Simpson.
That's a carry.
Yeah, he's going to carry it, trying to get around. Yeah. He dribbled it between his legs and then went at Middleton and carried it. Clock stops 1:57. Still 5 apiece. Glenn will inbound to Middleton. Here in a fast-moving first quarter. Middleton across the timeline. Guarded by Chenault. He will find Glenn. Back to Middleton. Surveys the scene up at the top of the key. Finds a wide-open Hamilton for a soft three that's long, but Haynes there for the strong putback on the weak side. 7-5.
It's a great job. Isaiah dove to the bucket on the other side of the rim when Jeremy Hamilton's taking a three, and there's a good chance it's coming off when Jeremy's taking a three.
That is probably true. That is no good from the outside and rebounded by Mosby. Simpson took that shot. Mosby finds Middleton. He was not shy from shooting from that depth in the Toyota Classic. Haynes again with a turn and fire, and it's just
he just doesn't have to do that.
Not happening. As you said, now 0 for 5. There's a wild drive by Webb. Haynes angrily pulls down the rebound and gets fouled.
Yeah. I think
Isaiah's frustrated. I think he's going to sit for Lamarion McGrath, who's coming into the game now. We'll see. Yeah,
I don't blame him. I mean, I know he's not. I know Coach Glenn's not taking him out just because he's missing shots. It's the way he's taking shots. He's making bad decisions on the offensive end. He's got to, let him sit down, think about it, gather himself, and get him back in.
It's just been out of the flow of what the Cards have been trying to do and what they've done successfully. They
Great
break through the press and get Hamilton. Beautiful. An easy layup from Glenn. 9-5. Cards by 4. Here's Simpson. Over to Chenault, guarded by Mosby. Down in the final minute of the first quarter already.
Cal, I hope Douglas stays in that press. It was just a very kind of a lazy press, and Scott Kenny made 2 passes and got a layup out of it.
You got to figure the Cards have been working against the press here in practice the past couple of days. As much as Coach Glenn wanted to save their legs, it's something they needed to work on. Middleton's going to get called for a little ticky-tack there against Simpson. First foul on the Cards comes with 34.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
What they're doing is trying to get Simpson to get rid of the ball and then dive to the block to post up Jay-Z.
Simpson baseline drive. Gets knocked by Hamilton and intercepted by Mosby. 3-on-1 come the Cardinals. Drop pass for Glenn. Blocked but fouled.
Atta baby.
Chenault got Glenn, and he'll go to the line.
Atta baby. That's where Nick has to right on. When you got a 2-on-1 like that, Nick has to jump stop. He's got to come to a jump stop and distribute the ball, because what he did there, he took his man on down to where Micah was as well.
Micah Glenn gotten most of his points on 3-pointers so far this season. He will roll in a free throw here to make the lead 10-5. He'll have another.
Oh, he's shooting above 50% from 3.
He's got to be. Let's look at percentage. He has 14 for 22, 63.6.
Yeah, I was going to say he's close to 70%.
So you talk about taking shots in the flow of the offense and knowing the right time to put them up. Micah is the evidence of that.
Attaboy.
He makes them both. He's pretty good from the foul line, too. This team has got some improving to do there. They haven't really gotten there enough in the first part of the season, but Glenn knocks down 2 here. It's a 6-point lead.
Taking Micah out for his last 22 seconds here. He's been very foul prone. Let him get a little drink here and get him back in the second quarter.
Andrew Wilhite checks in to replace Glenn. The 2 coaches' sons, a swap there. 10 seconds. Simpson pulls up from the arc, standing on the line. It's good. It'll be 11-7. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Middleton made one of these in the semifinal, the third place game of the Classic from 60 feet, but he knocked it off the window there.
He was in range, though, Cal.
He would. That's, and as Coach Glenn said to me in the preseason, anywhere across that gray line, and he was, if you count the volleyball line, I guess that was the gray line. 11-7 your score after a quick first period.
Good quarter.
I like the offense. I like the defense. They're making it hard on Frederick Douglass underneath the basket. Hamilton's had a good defensive quarter, I thought, and so has Haynes on the glass, despite some of the offensive issues.
Yeah, it's I like what Scott Kenny's doing on the offensive end, and I think that makes they're doing great on the defensive end, which leads to good offense. But what they're doing on the offensive end is, I know Isaiah had a couple quick trigger shots there, but they're letting it come to them, and they're getting what they want.
They've done a good job getting the ball inside. They've had numbers a couple of times and have been able to finish. And they've gotten through the pressure, as you mentioned. So they can get to the rack. There have been some games where they've shot at a high percentage, none higher than Lafayette. My goodness, 71% in the first half, 64% for the game, and a lot of that was threes.
Understand that was what Scott Kenny's always kept way back with Coach Hicks was your offensive efficiency, and they
he
said
1.5 or 7. I don't know, somewhere in there.
They took it and showed it to Coach Hicks, and all he could say was, "My goodness," he said, "I've never seen that."
No, even some of their best teams from the left elbow turnaround. Mosby is no good. Rebounded by Douglas. Strong take for Chenault. Short jumper in the paint, back rim, no good. McGrath with the rebound. He'll get it to Middleton. Middleton on the run for the Cards. Finds Mosby. Mosby's going to, they're going to get a block.
And a bucket.
And it goes in. Is that going to be an and one?
I believe it is.
It will. 13-7. I thought maybe a little continuation there, but we'll take the hometown call. 7:35 remaining in the half. Mosby's going to get a chance to finish the three-point play. He's already got at least 7 in this game. Make it 8 as he drops in the free throw. Cards have doubled up the Broncos to this point, 14-7.
I like this, Cal. Nick's feeling it. I think that Coach Glenn knows that. Let's run something. Let's keep running offense, and let's get him off a couple screens and let it go.
Chenault, Simpson moving the ball around quickly. It's Webb, right elbow, kicks it. Stolen by Middleton. He was trying to get it to Simpson. Middleton on the run over Barrett, missed it. Barrett kind of altered the shot just by being there. It's bouncing around. Tearing it away for Douglas is Webb.
Missed opportunity there, Cal.
Hamilton had his hands on it momentarily. Up over the top. There's a collision. It's going to be off of Hamilton. No foul called, but it will stay with the Broncos.
Well, the defensive back in him right there. He's you're not going to win that battle with Jeremy.
As long as you turn to face the ball, you're not going to get called for the pass interference.
There was no pass interference there.
Boone having trouble getting it in off of McGrath's back. It will stay this way.
McGrath needs to open up right there. He did. I mean, the ball hit him in the back. If he opens up right there, he gets a steal.
I like the minutes Lamarion has given the Cards so far this season. Barrett in and out, gets his own rebound and puts it back with ease, 14-9. One problem Scott County's had in this series the past couple of years is slow starts. They haven't had one tonight. They are on top by 5 with the ball. They've had to overcome some incredible deficits against Douglas.
A little stagnant here, a little flex. They need to cut hard. They need to cut hard, screen hard. They will get a layup.
Mosby lost the ball by the Cardinal. Now he'll get fouled by Barrett up top. It's good when you can get a cheapie on Barrett occasionally.
Right. And I hope Barrett continues to try to come up and guard Nick way out on the floor right there because Nick can go by him.
That's a mismatch.
Yes, it is.
That is Barrett's first. Team's 5th. Fouls are 5-1 at this point. Mosby inbounds to Middleton. Middleton taking it right at Jack Nagog is in the game. There's a spin by Glenn. He's going to get called for the travel at the top of the key. Good call.
Coach Glenn tells him, shoot the ball. He had his shoulders turned around his defender, pull up and shoot the ball.
It was 11-7 Walton Verona with 3:40 remaining in the first quarter in the girls' game. Slow pace for the Broncos right now. Chenault. Boone for 3. Back rim, no good. Bounces around off the top.
Good
they
board.
Didn't call it. Glenn tears it down.
Keep going, Micah. Keep going, Micah.
Micah Glenn, coast to coast, but the drive and the dish to Mosby. Mosby gets it blocked. It'll stay with the Cards.
Micah's aggressiveness. He gets in the paint. He has to make something positive happen when he gets in the paint. He can't be indecisive.
Will be under Middleton over the top to Glenn. Middleton standing on the Toyota Classic logo. Now he dribbles. Standing around, waits. Finds Mosby up top. Mosby with a shuffle of the feet. He's going to get called for that with 5:45 remaining first half. So the turnover total mounting a little bit here. The Cards have been able to avoid that in the games in which they've been successful. No turnovers in the first half against East Jess and only 1 against Lafayette.
Well, as long as they're not giving up anything on this end, I hate seeing the turnovers mount up, but they're doing a heck of a job here on the defensive end. They're cleaning up the boards down here as well.
Haynes had his hand on it for a moment. Barrett recovered, missed the layup. Haynes tears down the rebound, and there's some physical contact. I think they're going to get Barrett for a second foul.
Yep.
And that is what you want if you're the Cards and not what you want if you're Douglas. Jason Mosley looking down the bench. He's going to find O'Roy Ford.
Scott County is flat rebounding the basketball, Cal. They're doing a great job. They're giving Frederick Douglass one shot down here, and they're controlling their defensive boards, and that's the difference.
And Barrett had that one putback moments ago, but that's been it. Mosby to Glenn. Glenn drives it, stops, kicks to Haynes, who's back in the game. Middleton. You got the starting five out there again.
Just keep running offense. Keep running offense.
Bounce pass from Middleton inside to Haynes. Drives the right baseline. Tough angle. Missed it. Had a chance to tear it away, but Chenault got the rebound, and there's a frustration foul from Middleton. Clock stops at 5:03 remaining in the half. Wilhite will check in for Middleton, who acquires his second foul. He's got both fouls for the Cardinals, and that could be costly because he's the quarterback of the offense, to be sure.
Yeah, let's see what you got. Andrew Wilhite replacing him here, which will move Micah to the point.
Simpson guarded by Wilhite.
Scott County in that sloughing man-to-man, ready to help.
Nagog directing traffic, guarded by Hamilton. Now he finds a Roy Ford. Strong defense by Haynes in the corner. Very handsy defense.
There, he needs to be careful.
They bounce it inside to Nagog, and he posts up on Hamilton. It'll be an and one. Chance to cut this to two.
Had good defense out on the wing, and they lost sight of Magog underneath there as he made a nice cut to the bucket, and has a old-fashioned three-point attempt here.
Missed it. Rebound Mosby, who's had a big first half.
Need to get him involved on the offensive end. I will say that over and over again. You got somebody that has the stroke Nick Mosby has.
He's a guy that can go off for 30 on a given night, I think. There's Haynes with a drive, went for the dunk, missed it, but Wilhite, good presence of mind, but too strong on the layup after the putback. Simpson gets it tipped by Hamilton. It's on the floor. Douglas recovers and gets within one as a little floater. Boom, and then he does a little rocking the baby motion as he goes back.
Yeah, he's just standing in the right place at the right time. It's not five. He's good.
They're going to call the five. Well, they're going to Tim's going to get a timeout with
timeout,
3:49.
Coach. Great timeout right there.
The Cards will get to talk about it.
Let's see if they give him the timeout, not the 5-second call here. I think it's going to be Scott County's ball. Yeah,
I think so.
So the assistant coaches are asking the referee.
So the once 14-7 lead has shrunk to 14-13. It's been about a 3-minute drought for the Cardinals. They've had a couple of misses from in close, and they've turned it over once or twice as well. Defensive Donnybrook so far.
Yep, absolutely.
Which is the game that Douglas seems to like to play, judging from their performance in the Toyota Classic.
Scott County is scoreless in a field goal in a while.
Yeah, it's been a good 3 minutes. There's Mosby going to try to get one from depth. No good. Rebound. Nice put back by Isaiah Haynes.
That's
the best shot of the night for Isaiah.
Love that. And you know what, Isaiah, that goes to show he keeps playing hard defense. He's rebounding. He's not letting a bad night from the floor so far get to him.
And if your offense, you let it come to you, it will. There's a strong baseline drive by Chenault. 16-15, 3:19 up quickly to Hamilton. Will take it strong. A little reverse layup up and under, no good. And the rebound by Simpson. Chance to take the lead for the Broncos.
See, Micah has to realize and recognize, Cal, again, you cannot hit Jeremy Hamilton out on the floor and make him make a move.
Simpson, rise and fire, no good. Rebound Glenn, 3 minutes to go in the half. Up ahead to Mosby. Mosby drives it, kicks to Wilhite in the corner. Left baseline, cross court to Glenn. Glenn drive, floater, no good. Rebounded Douglas. Chenault to Simpson. Simpson spins around Wilhite and through Mosby, and the Broncos have the lead. It's a 10-2 run.
Missing Jay-Z a little bit here.
Over the top, Glenn finds Hamilton again, who lays it in. Cards take it back, 18-17. 2:30 to play, second quarter.
I like how Jeremy put his body into the big man and scored from there.
Tylon Webb and Tyson Barrett both checking back into the game or going to the table anyway. Barrett with 2 fouls.
Oh, it's a walk. It's got to be.
Going to be a travel called on Nagog. Here comes Jay-Z Middleton with the 2 fouls as well.
Little chancy there, Cal, with 2 minutes and 18 seconds. You don't want him to pick up his third inside of 2 minutes.
What are we going here? Okay, net. I wonder what the heck was going on.
Oh, they're double teaming Jay. They got somebody has to. This is what Scott County's. It's what hurts them right here.
Over the top, Glenn to Hamilton lays it in. So they get through the pressure twice to Hamilton after losing the lead, and the Cards are back on top by 3.
Beautiful pass by Michael Glenn. Good recognition up court right there. And Jeremy can catch that as he's going to the bucket and lay the ball in. He doesn't have to make a basketball move.
Simpson spins into a double team, now kicks it to Boone. Looked like he was on the line. They're going to say it was a 3 to tie the game at 20.
Boone looks young. Is he a freshman?
He is.
Wow.
He's got a bright future for these Frederick Douglass Broncos. We've tied this up. Mosby looking for his 9th and 10th points of the game, but leaves it on the rim. A driving layup that's no good.
Oh, that's a beautiful move. That's where Nick's going to get that strength, that overall body strength that Nick lacks.
They got Boone another 3. There's Nagog on the putback, blocked by Glenn.
Yep.
Ball bouncing around. Mosby had his hands on it. They're going to call a foul on Tylon Webb.
Thought Nick got that block.
Okay, maybe he did.
The long arm underneath.
They were certainly there. He is rangy at 6'4". A spindly 6'4", weighs about $155.
Yeah.
That's the second foul on Webb.
Cal, I'm telling you, when that kid, I've said it for 2 years, when he puts on, he keeps maturing, grows into his body, puts on weight, gets on a weight program, he's going to be, he's going to be, he's got a bright future.
Monty Jackson, another sophomore, young Broncos team. He checks in the game for the first time. Mosby misses the front end. That was the first bonus situation of the half. Cards in no danger. They've only committed 3 fouls. There is a foul up top. They were going to say before the shot, which it was, much as the Broncos bench wants one, as the Cards got one from Mosby earlier that might have been a similar situation. Will Height checking in for Mosby, who will sit down after his first foul. 20-20, 1:21 to play in the half. Inbound pass to Barrett over Haynes. There's Simpson for 3. Front rim short. Will Height rebound. Finds Glenn. Glenn across the timeline. Gives it off to Middleton.
I like having the 2 ball handlers. Well, it gives you 3 with Nick's not in there, but Isaiah. That's a good pass.
Lob inside to Haynes, but he lost it. Stolen away by Simpson. And you're right. Glenn's a good one to have in there. They missed him against South Laurel.
Yeah, they did.
He had fouled out. There's Barrett tried to bank in a 3. It's no good. There is a strong rebound. And also no good from Jackson. Now
over the back right there.
Haynes went up for the defensive board, and he will shoot 1-1. 47.4 seconds remaining here.
Got to capitalize here from the line, Cal. We've already had Mosby miss the front end there.
17-13, Walton Verona over Great Crossing, end of the first quarter in girls action. Haynes 1-1. Cards have got to cash in on these opportunities. They have been spotty from the line. He makes the first. Cards coming into this game 59.3% from the line, but Haynes was 6 of 7. He and Mosby have been the most consistent. He makes them both here, 22-20, 47.4 seconds. So Haynes with 4 big points down the stretch here after the Cards were in a little bit of danger for the first time in this one. Simpson, guarded by Glenn.
Scott Kenny needs to find something positive right here. There's 5 seconds right there.
Call a 5-second violation as Glenn made Simpson dance around. He doesn't like the call. Pleading his case to no avail, 28.9 seconds.
I would probably have to plead that as well, Cal. I didn't see.
That was a quick 5.
Right. Well, and Michael was kind of laid back.
It wasn't like he was up on him.
No, I think there was plenty of space there. I don't know if he might have been making up for the one he didn't call on Scott County. He said, I'm going to call one for this.
It happens sometimes. We know it does. Middleton, guarded by Jackson, or Nagog, rather.
Ooh.
Lost him momentarily, 20 seconds. Good close defense by the Broncos.
Got to have some movement here. Nick, no, not too quick. Got to go with about 8 right here. You want to go with 8.
Guard's content to take the final shot. Gets it knocked away, but Middleton
don't panic.
Clumsily gets it to Haynes, who leans in and gets it to drop in off the back rim and the side rim. Little 6-0 run to end the half, or 4-0 run rather. Haynes had 6 points down the stretch, and the Cards will go into the locker room with a 4-point lead, 24-20.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to compliment Isaiah Haynes once again. Not shooting well from the floor, ended the half strong. He continued to play strong and played himself through bad shooting. You have to do that. And the best move about his whole shooting slump was Coach Glenn taking him out, let him sit down, get a drink, think about it, then come back in and get your second win. And he came in and played hard. He's rebounding hard. Just had ended up playing a nice first half.
We will see if we get some stats. I, of all things, showed up without a writing implement, so I haven't been keeping even scoring here like I normally do. But I know Haynes had the last 6, or had 6. Hamilton with 4 big ones in the second quarter as well. Before that, it was Mosby with 8 early points.
I think they're doing a heck of a job, Cal. I mean, this is a good Douglas team. I didn't realize how athletic. They got size, they got good shooters, they got some youth that's helping them as well.
It's Christmas sweater night for the dance team here at Scott County High School as we are getting down to crunch time with the shopping. You got yours done, Derek?
Next game I will. Oh, sorry, it won't be. It won't be. I wear my New Year's sweater. How about
That's it. You'll have your New Year's garb on. You'll be wearing something that somebody gives you as a gift.
Yes, sir.
So we get T-shirts and socks. 24-20, Scott County has led this one most of the way. Very briefly, Douglas nudged in front 18-17, but it was a 7-2 run in reply for the Cardinals. Hamilton got a couple of big buckets, and then Haynes down the stretch really controlled that second quarter. And I can't say enough about the effort on the defensive end. It's been a lot of one and done for Douglas.
Exactly right. That's where it's coming from. I'm anxious to see the rebounds as Mr. Hendricks is getting ready to, as he's pointing, saying, I'm on my way. Oh, no.
He's sending it. He's handing it off, the relay.
He's handing it off to Coach Glenn's niece.
Well, you know.
The water girl.
She's bringing it right on up the stairs. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Here's 2 copies even. We've both got our hands on one here.
Yes, sir.
Rebounds are even, 18-18. The Cards have harassed Douglas into 9 turnovers, 5 of those by Mr. Simpson, who is their leading scorer with 7 points, but he's had a tough night in some aspects. Barrett 1 for 6 from the field, 5 rebounds, but only 2 points. That looks like a key. Boone's hit 1 big shot. He's got 5, had the 3 late in the half to tie it at 20. But that's been it for him, and then it's evenly scattered for Douglas between Dunn, Webb, Chenault, each with 2 points along with Barrett. For the Cards, Haynes and Mosby with 8 apiece, and Hamilton with 6, Glenn with 2. Mosby with 5 rebounds and a couple of steals, a couple of assists from Glenn. Shooting percentages not great at both ends, 36 for the Broncos, 33.3.
The team, both teams combined for a 3 for 17 from three-point range. So I think they're going to probably make an adjustment. And, again, Scott County's getting what they want when they run offense. When they run offense and they're patient, Frederick Douglass stops playing defense. They really do. They let up, and you get what you want.
So if you're Coach Glenn and you're in the locker room, what are you saying about the second half? You know, this has been such a tale of 2 halves team, or even tale of 1 quarter to the next. It's hard to know what you're going to get. Well, what does he tell them?
How important this first 3 minutes is of the third quarter. It really is. You've fought your tails off out here in the first half, and you got a 4-point lead. You know what? You're even in rebounding. Now, why I mentioned that, you said that, where it's tied rebounding. If you look at Frederick Douglass's size compared to Scott County's, there's no way it should be even. So that tells me right there how hard Scott County is fighting. They're blocking out and they're going to the boards, and they're doing the small things in the first half. Hence is why they have the 4-point lead right now. And if I'm Coach Glenn, I'm saying, hey, look what we're getting when we're patient. When we run offense, we got out of our offense. We started going quick there for a while, and a lot of that was because J.C. Middleton went to the bench. And when you cut the head off the snake, sometimes it's tough. It really is.
Yeah.
So, it put a lot on Micah. We got some quick quick shots that we shouldn't have taken. And but you know what? All that being said, you got a 4-point lead.
What's interesting for Douglas, and this says something about how well the Cards have played in the paint. Douglas's best stretch was with Tyson Barrett on the bench.
Absolutely.
He had 2 fouls, and they came in and went with a smaller lineup, and they had some success getting out and running and making a couple outside shots, Boone especially. And so it'll be interesting to see how the game flows. It's a low-scoring one here. We mentioned the shooting percentages, but some of that is just pace, too, the low scoring. Been a lot of long possessions.
Well, I think Douglas's long possessions are due to the fact Scott County's playing such good defense. They're not – Scott County's not playing their normal, which they get hurt a lot. And Coach Glenn and I have talked about this 1,000 times. You got to know the teams that you can run and jump, that you can trap, that you can run at. But when you don't have a rim protector, that's what makes it hard, because you get beat off the dribble and you're giving up so many points in the paint. We just don't have the rim protector.
You're kind of sagging back. It's really what you have to do against the Douglas football team. You got to sag back and make tackles and not get burned on 80-yard screen plays.
Yeah, they are fast, and I think we're doing a good job of helping. We're they're trying to shoot gaps. We're closing gaps before they get there. We're keeping the ball out of the paint, giving them long jump shots, and they are, they're 2 for 10 from 3.
Tonight's presenting sponsor here on the Bird's Nest Broadcast Network is Toyota Motor Manufacturing of Kentucky. We will present the Player of the Game award in their name at the end of this one. Also want to thank some of our other sponsors who've made this season, the first part of it, possible. Bluegrass Orthopedics, Burger King, Galvin's on Main, Greens Toyota of Lexington, Georgetown Community Hospital, West Banco, Parks and Rec, Domino's Pizza, Time to Shine Car Wash, Scott County Veterinary Clinic, Chick-fil-A, Steve Skierman, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Sword Performance, Clark's Pump and Shop, Kroger Hometown, Pickup Ozer Paint and Flooring, DMK CPA, BMT Maintenance, Jersey Mike's. We had plenty of Jersey Mike's over the weekend here at the Toyota Classic.
I can't wait. I mean, I eat it enough in Lexington, and I look up. But the bad part about it is, for me, they put it outside of Planet Fitness.
They put it right across from the gym. I mean, that was my first reaction when they got me like, really? I'm going to drive past Jersey Mike's now, thanks.
My car, for some reason, is now trying to take a hard left as I'm approaching.
My word.
I know it. I'm like, good workout. Oh, there's Jersey Mike's.
Yep, let me get some starch in my life.
Yes.
Good
stuff. I love it.
It is. And the Toyota Classic, the hospitality room was buzzing as usual. And what do you think of the Toyota Classic? Obviously, it's a different deal now. It's in December. It's at 2 facilities. Obviously, there'll be some work done to iron out some wrinkles. I think we got the first chance to see maybe one of those with the split semifinals. It was tough for everybody, including myself, to get to, and maybe complained a little bit.
I had a fear coming here tonight. I go, Cal's going to ask me what I think about the Toyota Classic.
That's right. It's a loaded question to ask people with long-standing Scott County affiliations.
Correct. Period. Some things are better left unsaid.
Yeah.
And it's since that happened. It's nobody else's fault that it happened. It's just
we're moving into a new era. Well, some of us may like it, some of us may not. Some of us may be non-committal.
Yeah. Well, you got games going on at the same time, and you got very little fans over there, very little fans there. Then you play the semi. It's all over the place.
It's a new era anyway.
Correct.
You've still got COVID affecting crowds.
Right.
You've got what we do here affecting the crowd a little bit. If somebody wants to, they can stay home and spend $10.99 a month and watch every game. So they don't have to go out into the cold, into the rain, into the pay to get in the gym and all that. So
yep.
It's a different time.
I think with very few words there, Cal, may I answer your question?
Duly noted. 24-20 is the score here with about 90 seconds to go here in the half. And the Cards, they've been good from 3-point all season. Tonight they're only 1 for 7, but that's something that maybe if they can increase their efficiency in the second half, we'll see this game turn. They've shot 40.6% on the year. They've made 56 through 6 games, which is even in today's game it seems like a high number.
Right.
And the threats are all over the place. Middleton 15, Glenn 14, Mosby 12. They're all shooting above that 40% threshold. As we mentioned, Micah Glenn 14 for 22. Guy that surprises me, Lamarion McGrath, is 7 for 15 from 3.
Well, Coach Glenn talks about how he shoots the ball in practice, and he's trying to convince me that the kid can shoot 3-pointers, and I don't see him in practice, so I'll take his word for it. And you look and see these 7 for 15. What it is what happened in the South Laurel game. They're situational threes.
Yeah.
If you're wide open and everybody was hitting them at the Lafayette game, you got a big lead, yes, but
you got to
ideally
know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Ideally, you don't want him coming off a screen and catching and shooting threes. You want him in rebounding and battling and taking care of the paint.
Yeah. Shaping up to be a good second half here. Great crossing, having a good second quarter. They've moved ahead of Walton Verona. That would be a great win if they could get that one tonight. 30-22, long way to go. 2:20 in the second quarter. That's a team that's come a long way, and they're figuring themselves out in the post-Braley McMath era. But that's a team that I think has a lot of potential down the stretch. And then you've got Scott County that's really going through the injury bug like never before.
Ooh.
We'll talk about that sometime when we have a girls broadcast. But in the meantime, back to this one. Second half underway as Webb reverses to Boone and to Simpson. They bounce it inside to Barrett, goes right at Hamilton, throws it off of a Cardinal. It will stay with the Broncos.
You see when Barrett catches it, you got Jeremy Hamilton, and then you have Isaiah Haynes coming baseline. I mean, it's great help, and there's nothing Barrett can do.
Lob to Barrett, top of the key.
Great
now
D.
He'll shoot
Great
way
D.
off the mark. Defense by Hamilton was tremendous.
Barrett can shoot that all night.
You'll concede that for sure.
Yep.
Haynes with a rebound. Nice look inside from Mosby, just not quite quick enough to get around O'Roy Ford, but he'll knock it out of bounds. It will stay with Scott County.
O'Roy's got a wingspan as well. Wow.
Rangy, look at that. Kevin McHale arms there. That's who I think of, but I think of the long arm of the law.
Frankenstein.
Yeah. That's right. You're a Lakers guy. That's another thing I shouldn't mention around you. Here's the drive. Glenn up and under. It's beautiful. Off the window.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like that. Michael said, you know what? I'm out here playing with the ball, and I'm getting it knocked around. Let me go to the bucket here.
26-20. Not their biggest lead of the night, but the biggest in a while. They've been up as much as 7. Barrett tied up by Hamilton. And they're going to call a foul.
Oh, wow.
Yeesh. I believe that's the first on Jeremy.
As I was just talking about that great backside help. I mean, that's exactly what that is there.
Second on Jeremy, excuse me. Again, the lob to Roy Ford, who finds Barrett. Nice look on the backdoor cut, but partially blocked or altered by Mosby. Glenn comes away with it up quickly again. Drops it off to Middleton. Haynes is alone in the corner, but he gets it back to Middleton. A better shot for Glenn from 3.
Attaboy.
Swish, biggest lead of the night. 9 points for the Cardinals. I like the offense. I like the patience. Give up a good shot to get a better one.
What's that, 5-0 Micah Glenn in the second half?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yes, sir.
Bounce inside to Barrett. Barrett, the right-hand hook, no good. Gets his own rebound over the top. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
That's 3 on Hamilton there. And all Jeremy has to do there is once the shot goes up, you got to block the shooter out.
Barrett makes the first free throw.
Barrett's being way more assertive in his first, 2 minutes than he was in the first half. I think that has to do with Scott County's defense in the first half.
Yeah, they frustrated him to no end. Plus, he had the foul trouble, makes both free throws.
Yep. Now they're going to.
What do we get here? Going to get a timeout.
Yeah,
Tim's going to get a 30.
They after the made free throw, they jumped and Douglas jumped into their trapping press, full court press. Coach Glenn says, let's talk about that before that happens. Good timeout.
37-22, Lady Warhawks at the half over Walton Verona. That is a surprise. Not that they're winning, but the volume of the lead there, and that bodes well for that program looking to go 4-2, and they've got a big one tomorrow night at Clark County. That's a top 10 opponent right there.
Wow.
So that's a tough back-to-back.
That's girls at Clark County tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Well, it's Clark. I
Clark
understand.
County's got both teams in the top 10 of the state.
I understand. I talked to someone. Actually, I worked with one of the 11th region officials, and he said that he did. Now, they do outside the region. He said Clark County's the real deal.
High times in Win Vegas right now.
They need to advance the ball up floor. Good pass.
They get through Glenn off of a Bronco. It will stay with the Cardinals. 6:13 to play here in the third quarter. 29-22.
They're gonna got to have a lot of help on the other end. They're gonna trap Jay-Z.
Into Mosby for three.
Oh boy.
Swish, I'm going to say he was on the line. 31-22 from the right corner.
Right below us, we couldn't tell.
We've got to be careful here. Hamilton's got 3 fouls. They'll kick it out to Boone for a 3, who knocks it down open, 31-25.
You can tell how young he is. That kid's still got a push shot with a good result.
5'5", 5'6", something of that nature.
And very young looking. Micah needs to get rid of it. There you go. They're trapping all over the floor right
Haynes open for 3. Yes.
Attaboy.
34-25. Lead stays at 9 or goes back to 9.
I love this. You got Glenn, Mosby, and Haynes all 3 on right now. Look out. Let them dribble. They're struggling to get in the offense. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I love the motion defensively from Scott County tonight. They are right on it.
And see that
Barrett double team stolen away by Middleton. Jay-Z for a double-digit lead. Flips it in off the window. Scott County 36, Frederick Douglass 25. Here come the Broncos, though. Simpson gets through the pressure with an easy layup as Webb found him.
And I'm okay with what Jeremy did there. Don't pick up a cheap one, but Coach Glenn's getting all over him for not getting back. They're celebrating and not getting back, and they gave up a layup right there.
Yeah, you can't let your guard down against a team this quick with this much talent. And a team that's this desperate, as we said. Douglas trying not to go 0-3 in the district.
Yeah, you got to weather this storm. It's gonna happen. They're gonna pick up. They have to. They're gonna pick up the pace here. They're gonna try to hurry Scott County up. They're gonna press. Scott County just needs to do what they do, handle the ball and get it up floor.
9-point lead for the Cards. It's been as big as 11 about 3 seconds ago. And they gave up that layup. Coach Glenn decided to talk it over at that point.
And this is what's hard for Scott County right here. This I think has to, a lot of things get you in trouble. This is the number one thing to get Scott County in trouble. Just don't think there's enough movement there.
Having to inbound the ball
as we see
84 feet away. They get it through the pressure. Haynes to Mosby. Drops it to Glenn. Corner 3 for Middleton, blocked. Barrett got his hand in there, but Hamilton took the rebound. Dish to Middleton, dish to Glenn. Air ball, Hamilton, second chance, third chance. Lays it around the rim and in with 3 fouls, no less.
Way to battle. It's at that athleticism right there. You see the bounce, Gal. I mean, the ball wasn't even off the rim, and Jeremy was back up, putting it in.
He's back in basketball shape quickly. There's nice. Barrett for a dunk and an and one.
Yeah.
And
as they do their,
flapping their gums and other
absolutely
parts of the body, waving, celebrating. You're down 9,
I was going to say, only celebration you do when you look up and you see yourself on the right side of the score, and they're not.
Barrett completes the 3-point play. He's been solid from the line in this half, and he's gotten back in the flow of the offense after a tough start, 1 for 6, 38-30. Still trouble getting the ball in bounds. Glenn got it to Mosby, and they trapped him in the corner. It'll stay with the Cards.
You need to maybe go up, and of course I'm up here coaching and shouldn't be, but got to go 4 across the free throw line, and there we go right there.
Middleton across the Cardinal. Hamilton guarded not too closely by Barrett. Hamilton goes right at him, lost it, but almost went in. Now he gets his own rebound, kicks it to Haynes. Haynes drives left baseline, floater, leans and gets it to fall. 10-point lead once again.
I like that quick, strong dribble, Isaiah, and he uses his good legs to go straight up and knocks it down.
Dunn drove it, got it knocked out of his hands by Hamilton. It will stay with the Broncos.
Barrett's picked it up for them. Jeremy Hamilton's on another level for
Hamilton's on a mission.
He really is.
He doesn't care what the foul clock says. He is going after it.
I would give him about another 2 minutes to get.
I think you got to think about a swap for McGrath or somebody.
Right, but I would do it with about 2 minutes and then let him take a quick break, not too much. They're going to try to go to Barrett.
From the right corner, 15, way off, front rim. Mosby just threw in the rebound, though, and got it stolen away by Barrett. He's going to draw a foul.
Well, and you got, again, Barrett.
And it's on Hamilton, and
Barrett,
there's number 4.
Barrett 12 to 15 feet out. That's what you want.
Hamilton will sit for a while with 3:51 remaining in the third quarter. He was making me nervous, but I wasn't going to question Coach Glenn. He knows his team better than any of us. Yeah, they're mopping some sweat off the floor as Barrett hit the deck.
Yeah, I thought we could maybe make it to the 2-minute mark, but as I think I was saying that, he was fouling. Nice free throw shooter.
Yeah,
he's good from the line.
He is. He's getting, he's making hay from there.
Yeah, he is. Get the ball inbounds quick after a make because they're going to jump right into it, still being down.
They are. They've watched Huddle. They know what they can do to try to get under Scott County's skin. Barrett makes both free throws. He is into double digits easily now in the scorebook. His team down 8.
Now they've gone to kind of a 3/4 court trap.
Middleton finds McGrath on the back end of it. McGrath dumps it off to Glenn. Glenn thought about a 3, goes to the left elbow.
That's it right
hits
there.
Hits the floater.
That's it. That's been the difference in Micah's game because he used to would go flying down the lane and charge or makes, nothing good happen.
Simpson in Middleton's face for a 3. Cuts it to 7. And now Middleton will try to return the favor. He'll get it to Glenn. They find Haynes in the corner. Haynes wide open for 3. Yes.
Attaboy.
Isaiah's hit a couple from out there.
Kyle, I'm telling you, it comes from him playing through the bad slump there in the first half, playing hard. Now good things are coming to him. Love seeing that. Their 3, we answer with a 3. 10-point lead.
That's what you want.
Yep, 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
Fumbled.
It's got to be a walk.
It's on the floor, tied up by Middleton.
What are they going to call? They're going to
get a timeout.
There's no way.
He slipped.
And doesn't have possession. Oh, my goodness. That is brutal.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That's not. No, you can't even walk over to the huddle and justify that. He's the one, the offensive kid was in the wrong there, lost his feet.
Be that as it may, 45-35, 2:56 remaining third quarter.
Now, as the basketball gods have it, when something like that happens and there's a timeout, what normally happens after the timeout?
There's a makeup of some sort, right?
That or there may be a bucket by Douglas.
Yeah. Usually.
Yep.
We shall see.
Yeah, and they should get it on the side. Yep, they got it on the sideline in front of the bench. I think they stay back and just keep playing solid the way they're playing and be ready to help. Everybody's in help side position right here. Right there, they step up in the lane.
Inside, the kick to Boone for another open 3. That's no good. Haynes rebound.
There you go.
Scott County with a chance to open its largest lead of the game. Mosby with the strong take.
Oh.
They're going to get the foul, the grab up top by Simpson.
Oh, he hit his elbow or something hard. What'd they call?
They call a double foul here, or what are we doing? Now we're going to have a conference.
There's no way. I mean, he got absolutely mauled.
This is, I can't imagine what they're talking about.
Right. What's the decision? Kid goes to hole and gets killed.
What is to discuss? He got grabbed up top, and then he gets mauled underneath the basket. There's got to be something.
Wow. I don't envy referees a bit, I tell you
that. It is certainly not a good time to be having to do that job for relative peanuts. But And I'm glad they're having the conversation to
Yeah.
at least try to discuss what's going on here.
One
Now
coach,
they're going to call the coaches
one coach is
together.
getting ready to go nuts here. I don't know which one it's going to be, but what do you just? It's either a charge or a foul, and he didn't charge over anybody.
We're going to, if this ends up being a possession error
I
or
bet it will.
something crazy. They called a foul on Micah Glenn. Is that what happened besides
Where
that?
you know what, we were both. I was watching Nick go to the bucket.
The sound system in this gym is struggling this season, and with a headset on, I didn't hear. They called Micah Glenn for a second foul, and it wasn't a double foul because there's still a 0 on the Broncos side of the board for the half. So.
We got nothing out of that possession, but Nick Mosby just about getting his head knocked off.
Strange turn of events. It's the Broncos' ball is the upshot.
Yeah, all they're doing is trying to go one-on-one.
Webb drive, floater, hook, and one.
There we go.
And there's definitely been a change in momentum here. Some of it much beyond the Cardinals' control.
Right. Scott County has to realize on the defensive end there, Douglas is running absolutely nothing. If you see that when a guy catches it, he sees if he can go off the dribble, he sees he got a shot, and then he passes it. There's no continuity. They're not screening. They're not doing anything. Lay back and let them take a long jumper.
Webb missed the free throw. Mosby got the rebound. Middleton has it for the Cards. Ticking down to 2 minutes remaining third quarter. 45-37, SC on top. McGrath dumps it off for Glenn. Glenn looks over to Haynes, gets it back in the corner for three. Micah from the right corner, no. McGrath up and over, and they're going to call him for the foul. It's now 7 fouls to zip, and it's going to be shooting the rest of the way. Chenault's going to go shoot one in the bonus.
I like the way McGrath's battling. Good rebound, good aggressiveness.
Missed the free throw, rebound to Glenn, and they're going to get a little cheap foul there on Chenault.
Speaking of makeup. Get it in bounds here. Screen and move. Screen and move. Nick's got a screen and roll back to the ball.
Cardinals in a little bit of a rut here, but they still lead by 8. Glenn gets it into Mosby.
And Nick can handle it. That's an advantage he has, too.
Finds Glenn across the timeline. Glenn on the drive gets it knocked out of his hands. Boone's going to get called for the foul. Reacts
you know what? And
incredulously.
Micah can take Boone anytime he wants.
Yep. Just in terms of size and strength and maturity, I think.
And I think because Micah's wearing some old school Converse, Cal.
I
saw him in warm-ups. I asked his dad, I said, what's he got on? He's like, I don't know.
Glenn drops it for Haynes. Foul line jumper short. Gets his own rebound or chased his own rebound. Lost it to Cam Dunn, who goes the other way quickly. Dunn lays it up too strong. Glenn mugs somebody to get the rebound. No call. He's going to go coast to coast. He's going to get blocked.
Yep.
They're going to call a foul. Yes, they are. It's going to be on Chenault.
Let's get Micah 2 right here.
Glenn will go to the line. The chance to get this back to double digits as Barrett will go to the scorer's table to check into the game.
Micah's doing the little things here. He's rebounding. He's controlling the ball. He's getting good shots.
Playing hard.
Yes, he is.
Makes the first free throw. 9-point advantage. 1:22 to play. Third quarter.
Been around 8 or 9 the whole quarter here, hasn't it, Cal?
It has. That's the one thing. Douglas, for all the starts and stops, has not really been able to take a bite out of that lead. Glenn hits both. 10-point advantage. It's been as much as, I believe, 12.
Now, you got Andrew Glenn coming in from, Andrew Wilhite coming in for Micah Glenn with 1:20 to go here. Let's see if they give him a spell here and get Michael back in.
Simpson, Barrett, screen and roll, but Simpson will shoot it for three from the top.
They Andrew tried to go behind the screen right there, and you can't do it. You got it's tough.
Middleton breaks through the pressure, finds Haynes. Important possession for the Cards. Minute to go. They're up 7. Willite to Mosby.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Middleton knocked out of bounds by Boone. Clock stops 52.8. McGrath will inbound it. Middleton guarded by Dunn.
Oh,
nice
good
pass
look.
from Mosby. Oh, but Haynes couldn't finish. Tipped around. McGrath's got it. Goes up strong. No, but he'll go to the line.
Attaboy. I like it. McGrath's battling.
Lamarion doing his best to take Jeremy Hamilton's place with the 4 fouls.
And he is battling. You know, I think sometimes, Cal, if Scott County had about a 6'7", 6'8", they could play with anyone.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that is the one thing. They just don't have that eraser, as you said.
Yep.
McGrath makes the first free throw, so the Cards getting it done from the line. Knock on wood so far tonight. They're up 8. Chance to make it 9 here. Too strong. Rebound to Barrett. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Douglas down 8, chasing Scott County at the moment.
Kind of a bad matchup right there.
Simpson loses the handle momentarily, but got it back as Wilhite backed off. Drive and dish, and Dunn will finish. 6-point game. This is where it gets dangerous for Scott County.
That's 5 straight that he's responsible for.
And Wilhite's going to get called for the travel. Good pressure there from Boone defensively to cause it.
Come on, 12 seconds. Let's hope they don't end the quarter here well. Play good, hard defense right here and make them shoot way over top. Make them shoot over top.
Inbounded to Simpson. Final 10 seconds. Cards lead by 6. Simpson leaned into McGrath. They're going to call Lamarion for his third. 6.7 seconds. And it is 1-1, so Simpson will shoot.
I go ahead and sub right here, Cal. 6.7 seconds to get Micah in just after the free throw.
The 8th team foul on Scott County. Simpson will make the first free throw and get another. His team down 5. Rolls in the second. It's a 4-point game. Wilhite running the baseline. Finds Middleton. Nope, stolen.
Nope, off Wilhite.
Off Middleton's hands as the hustle play from Kai Simpson with 5 seconds left, and here come the Broncos. A lot of defense for offense and offense for defense substitutions here for Jason Mosley.
Yeah, that's what I was saying right there. Even on our free throw, I think Micah should have been back in to get the ball in bounds and get the ball up floor.
Lob for Barrett. Barrett going to find the open man for 3. Chenault, the air ball, but it's a putback. Simpson right there. He's going to get credit for it, no doubt about it. Got it off before, and I don't know where the Cards were on that play.
Yeah, watching the flight of the ball. Instead of, you still got to block out every possession.
A 12-point lead has shrunk to 2. And the struggle with big leads here at home continues.
Well, Cal, Walk back
eight
out.
minutes to go.
Yep.
If you told me coming into this that they'd have a 2-point lead with 8 minutes to go, I'd have probably signed up for it.
I know it.
But it's headed. It's trending the wrong way.
Yeah, they've Douglas ended on a good, on a nice little momentum swing there. But let's this possession right here, very important. Open up the this first 2 or 3 minutes is very important.
Glenn to Middleton. Hamilton back in the game with 4. He and Haynes have got to get after it inside and neutralize Barrett and others.
He's got to score under there.
Strong take,
Attaboy.
fouled, and that's
Attaboy.
what you need. He'll go to the line.
He used his length right there, and he used his body well. Now he's got 2 free throws.
Tylon Webb will get called for the foul, his 3rd. 5th on the Broncos this half with 7:48 to play in regulation. Nick Mosby, quiet 3rd quarter for him after a good first half. He will make the free throw to extend it back to 3.
I definitely would have been one of my things in the huddle is let's get Nick involved. Let's get Nick involved. Let's run offense, keep running it, run it hard, get him an open look. Heck, get Isaiah an open look.
Makes them both.
Isaiah's on fire.
Exactly. Great Crossing is up 22 over Walton Verona with 8 minutes to play. I don't want to count the chickens before they hatch, but that would be a good win. Inside to Barrett easily. Simpson found him. Barrett's just getting him too easily, either at the line or inside, uncontested.
Yeah,
back to 2 points.
Big second half.
Playing pass up top. Nice cut by Glenn. Nice pass by Mosby. Micah with the finish. You could do that all night.
6 passes right there, about 6 or 7 passes. Layup.
Three-pointer from Barrett. We'll give that one up all night.
Yep,
Simpson with a retry, blocked by Mosby. He gets it to Middleton. Hamilton on the run. Haynes step back. Now finds Mosby for 3. Off the rim, no good. That would have been a dagger. Yep. Barrett with the rebound.
Was there.
Yeah, Simpson. They're going to call a block on Jay-Z, and I do not know. Looked like 2 guys going after the same space, but.
Yeah. I think there's 2 referees that are a little upset with Coach Glenn right now, and he's not going to get much. He needs to really, really stop. He's been on the same 2 for a long time here.
Simpson 1-1. This will be the last. It's double bonus after this. 9 team fouls on the Cards, who are up 4, nursing a lead with 6:45 to play in a big district game.
Yep.
Simpson makes the first. And the second, 52-50.
Got to beat the press here.
Glenn finds Middleton. Guarded by Webb. Across the line, finds Mosby. Mosby with the drive.
Good move.
Spin around and Webb. Can't finish. Tried to tip it back. He got fouled.
Great move, Nick. I love his aggressiveness right now, and he's using his length. He gets in the paint against these guys. Hey, he's as tall as any of them.
That's the 4th foul on Avion Chenault. Mosby, I like getting him to the line as much as possible. He makes the first, 53-50.
I like how I'm always okay with him asserting himself in offensive end.
Absolutely.
As long as he's going to the bucket or taking good jumpers, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of the drive into the hoop. He hits both free throws there, get it back to a 2-possession game, 6:32 to play.
I think Nick Mosby's an 18 to 20 shot attempt guy a game.
Needs to be high volume.
Absolutely.
Here's Simpson. Finds Webb. Webb on the left baseline. Spins at Glenn. Now kicks it for a 3 from Cam Dunn. No good. Rebound Mosby. Taken away by Barrett for the dunk.
Yeah.
Back to a 2-point game. And they're going to get a timeout, Douglas.
Nick, again, talking about strength. Nick has to chin that ball after the rebound and know what's around him. He has to, or get rid of it.
Tyson Barrett has been the story for Douglas.
Yeah.
He's been the headliner of this comeback. .6:12 remaining. Scott County, Frederick Douglass, both 2-4. This is the district opener for the Cardinals. The Broncos are 0-2 and desperate. You do play a 7-game district schedule, so 0-3 is not the end of the world, but it's certainly going to put you out of the running for top seed and maybe number 2. Next foul for Douglas will be a bonus situation for the Cardinals, so it'll be a lot of free throws shot down the stretch here. With 6:12 remaining.
Got to handle press.
Glenn can't find anyone. Tries to throw the touchdown to Hamilton, who catches it. And now finds Haynes, and they'll reset in the half court. Middleton. They've got to find some answers against the press, though.
They got to screen and move.
Tonight and in the future. Mosby to Haynes. Reverse to Glenn. Middleton. Back to Hamilton.
Running offense, but you can't get stagnant. You
taking their time. Nice lob to Hamilton inside. It's blocked. It will stay with SC. .5:41 to play.
Be nice to score off an out-of-bounds under right here.
And as if on cue, Mosby lobs to Haynes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
5:33 to play. 56-52 Cardinals.
Just keep playing solid. Keep playing solid. It's a good help right there in the lane.
Webb, they're gonna. Boy, a lot of leaning in, and the Cards being on the getting the wrong end of the stick in terms of the foul. It's the 3rd on Glenn. It's the 10th on the team, and Broncos are going to shoot pairs from here on out. It'll be Webb. Broncos a much better free throw shooting team tonight than they've been in the past, although they've had some prolific games against the Cards in that category, as we mentioned. Webb makes both. That fast-moving first quarter we had seems like 3 hours ago.
It does. I know it. It doesn't seem like
the pace has slowed. They get it into Haynes, who finds Middleton. Hamilton baseline traveled.
Yep.
That was an easy call. Douglas with a chance to tie or take the lead with 5:18 to play.
I repeat, you cannot put Jeremy in those where you have to make a basketball move. So he's got to be going to the bucket. That way he can score and use his athleticism.
Inside for an easy layup for Simpson to tie it.
Yep.
56 apiece, 5:01. Going to get a foul on Douglas. Be a 1-on-1. They're going to call it on Dunn. First on Cameron Dunn. We'll take Mosby at the line, as we said, as much as possible. One, and hopefully the bonus. Nope, in and out. Rebound, Barrett. Bad time to get a rare miss from Nick Mosby. Chance to lead for Frederick Douglass. Corner 3 for Dunn. Money.
On the cue.
Broncos on top, 59-56. 4:45 to play.
Let's be stagnant right here. Let's get a bucket.
Mosby loses it off his foot. Dunn takes it away. Broncos on the break. The and one for Dunn. Mosby gets the foul. They're going to be careful they don't get a technical, and somebody just did. But I think it might have been on the Broncos.
It was. He slammed the ball down out of the net.
So we'll see what happens out of this exchange. He'll get one free throw, then the Cards will get 2 in the ball, I think. Barrett on the foul. I think it's only his third on the technical.
Nick Mosby on our end got the foul. That's his third.
Dunn, the free throw, first of all, missed it. Mosby will shoot two.
Use your legs here, Nick. Use your legs. Boy.
Makes the first.
Big possession here. Getting the ball out of bounds, getting it back. Hopefully being down 3 after Nick knocks down
the
that
second.
Yep. Possible 4 or 5 point trip right here.
Yeah, that was big for Douglas. They had pretty much taken over this game and let the Cards back in it.
And, the kid was excited.
Backdoor Glenn gets fouled. Will go to the line.
There we go.
Had a chance if he could have laid it in to tie it.
Cal, and the kid for Douglas was just coming through to congratulate his teammate. The ball's coming out of the net. He grabs it and throws it down.
You just got to give it back to the official.
Right.
I mean, it's excitement, but it's the same.
It is.
I've seen it go. I've seen us do the same thing,
Yep.
Over the years. I've seen it out of both of our teams locally over the years. You just get excited, and kids will be kids. But it's helped the Cards wiggle back into this. It was 61-56. Then Dunn missed the free throw. Then Mosby had 2 makes, and now Glenn has made his first.
Cal, I don't remember the last stop we had on the defensive end. That's what we need bad.
Haven't been money.
After
Been a
this
lot
right
of
here.
transition.
Yeah.
As Glenn makes both. 61-60 Douglas, 4:26 to play in regulation.
Big stop right here. High ball screen. Go over top the screen.
Simpson stops. Closely guarded by Middleton. Kicks to Dunn. Missed the 3. Barrett knocks the ball out of bounds.
Why wouldn't they call that on Barrett? Yeah, Coach Glenn, exactly right.
Reaching over the top. I always say it's not a crime to be tall if there's no contact, but it certainly seemed like Scott County was getting pushed away from the ball there. At any rate, the Cards with a chance to reclaim the lead.
Is the clock even running?
We are under 4 minutes. Hallelujah. Mosby thinks about it. Now gets it into McGrath. Back to Mosby. Glenn up top. On the Cardinal logo. Drive. Kick to Haynes. Haynes will shoot from 3. In and out. Rebound. McGrath pushed off. That's going to be his 4th. And Simpson's going to shoot free throws.
Every time McGrath gets in position and grabs a good rebound, they've called over the back. Guys working hard.
The clock and scoreboard have gone away at the Great Crossing game, so I can't tell you what the score is, but they're probably closer to the end than we are, and they started a full quarter behind us. Simpson makes the first. Clock is stopped at 3:41, 62-60. Douglas on top. Scott County has led most of the night. Had a 12-point lead in the third quarter that went away. Simpson makes both. Still a one-possession game, 63-60. Here come the Cards. Middleton, guarded by Dunn. Bounce to Mosby. Mosby.
No, Nick's got to take that
McGrath, but
shot.
it was intercepted, but Haynes recovered. Got it to Middleton, too short on the layup. Mosby, the putback, no. Tips it in.
Wow.
Mosby tipped it back on the third try. 3:16 to play. 63-62, Frederick Douglass. Student section and the cheerleaders imploring the defense. And there would have been a big 3 for Simpson. Missed it. McGrath, big rebound. Gets it to Glenn. Chance for the lead. 3 minutes. Middleton, corner 3.
One time.
Oh,
boy.
Jay-Z puts Scott County on top.
Rotation.
There's a
big
carry.
Absolutely. This is just absolutely huge right here after going up by 2 this next possession. Because now Frederick Douglass is in hurry up.
Yeah, the whole tone of the game changed on that technical, like it or not, if you're a Douglas fan. It has been a 9-2 run since the missed free throw off of that. What would have been a 3-point play.
They're going to keep the ball in the ball handler's hands.
Under 2:30.
Well, Mike is deceivingly quick with the ball.
He is.
See, I think McGrath should be setting screens up there instead of asking to handle the ball.
Guarded by Barrett, gets through traffic, and they're going to call him for the travel. And you've been the prophet a couple of times tonight.
You can't do it. You cannot have those type kids who are not used to handling the ball step out to handle the ball.
I wondered when we were going to see Jeremy, and that hastened it. 2:13. Douglas again with a chance to tie or take the lead. Good one in the 42nd district. A bloodbath at times, but a good one. A rock fight at times, but a good one. Barrett, Simpson in the paint. Short, blocked, Mosby. Rebound, Douglas.
Get on the floor.
Kicked around. Barrett dives. Hamilton dives. Haynes.
Yes,
Finally,
sir.
Scott County gets
Yes,
that
sir.
call with the timeout.
All right,
as Hamilton dives after the loose ball.
Yeah, we're even now because of that timeout they gave them in the first half on the loose ball. Jeez, Cal, they're still 1:50. Scott County clinging to a 2-point lead after the momentum shifted. Big dunk by Barrett. And I think the whole thing, the big swing back to us was the technical foul.
Barrett had a dunk. Dunn had a go-ahead 3. Then a steal and a layup by Dunn. Would have been going to the line for a 3-point play. Barrett gets called for the spike. Dunn misses the free throw.
Yep.
Mosby hits both. They score 2. Glenn gets 2 on the possession they got as a result of that to make it 61-60. So if you look at it, it has been a 9-2 run since the technical.
Pretty good 43rd game here, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
Nice little district matchup. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's been fun. Been like old times. When's your next game? I can't remember the schedule. It's after the new year.
It's after the new year.
Is it North Laurel?
I think there's one the week before that. I think there's before that.
We're going to see Reed Shepard here on the network.
Yeah, we're in our seats to see him.
Glenn Mosby for a dagger 3. Yes, sir! Left corner! Nick Mosby!
Onions!
Bingo!
Attaboy, Nick. The more the ball leaves his hand, the more it's going to find the bucket. That kid is that type of shooter. Now, no silly fouls here. They have to shoot the ball over top. They have to. You can't let them get in the lane and get it to Barrett.
90 seconds to play. Cards up 5. Been a wild one. They were up 12. They went down by 5. 10-point swing, 12-2 since the technical.
You know, a lot of times you don't know what Scott County you're going to get, but when they're at their best and there's, obvious statement when they're shooting the ball well. Anybody's shooting the ball well is pretty good, but Scott County's doing other things. They're playing defense tonight. They're rebounding the ball, and you know what? These are two pretty good contenders in the 11th region.
The days of going 7-0 are gone, but they are capable of beating anyone in this district on any given night, including Henry Clay, including Bryan Station, Douglas. Obviously, they've had Sayers' number for the most part. Tough game with them last year.
Well, I'm hearing
there's no gimmies.
I'm hearing it throughout the region. You're going to have Catholic's going to be strong.
Central,
Central.
It's back and forth.
And you look at the team. We beat Lafayette 40, and they barely get beat by Central and Dunbar.
Tate's Creek's off to a good start. Great Crossing, obviously, off to a good start. So there's some talent in this region.
Yep.
Simpson with the ball. Finds Chenault playing with 4 fouls. Hamilton in the game with 4 fouls guarding him. Has to let Chenault go to the rim.
Exactly what I just said.
68-65.
That's not letting them shoot over top. That's a layup.
Mosby to Glenn, over the top to Hamilton. Hamilton picks up his dribble. Cross court,
Wow.
dangerous to Middleton. Middleton doubled, gets it to Glenn. Glenn drive.
No, Michael,
tried
shoot
to get
it.
it to Hamilton. Rush, stolen away
Lay the ball in.
by Webb, end to end. Blocked by Mosby. Rebounded by Haynes. Haynes turns and spins. And they'll get Douglas for the foul.
Micah just gave up a layup down here. Lay the ball in the basket, Micah. We need you.
Make the easy play and not the fancy one.
Oh, he's battling. He's battling. I like it.
Isaiah Haynes, since a very rough start to this game, has done his part tonight too.
Yes, he has. I mean, 0 for 5, and then he comes back, and he's probably his next 4 out of 6 or whatever.
He was 3 for 5 after that in the half, and he's hit some big ones here, and he hits another free throw, and he's one of the guys you want at the line. 69-65, 2-possession game, 51 seconds.
You have to give up one shot on the other end. You got to control your defensive board right here.
Makes them both.
Yep, what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to shoot a long 3 to get it all back at once.
Simpson, guarded by Middleton, dumps it off the Webb. 40 seconds.
Lay down on
Webb
it.
spin, drive. Hamilton went for the block. Webb laid it in. Timeout, Douglas. 36 seconds.
Jay-Z's getting beat off the dribble bad. They need to come in and help or do something. Back way off of Webb.
Tylon Webb gets it back to a 1-possession game with 36 seconds left. Both teams in the double bonus. Both teams an abundance of guys playing with 4 fouls, including Webb, including Hamilton. Barrett has at least 3. It was 61-56 Douglas. And the technical foul, the worm turned there. It's been a 14-6 run for Scott County as they try to close this out and open the district schedule with a victory, and it would be a hard-earned one.
Yeah, these are the type of games that Scott County needs right now. After losing one, I hate saying it, Friday night to South Laurel, similar to this, very similar to this.
Nightmares.
I don't like saying it, but right now the most important thing is out of a timeout, get the ball in bounds. They're going to have to foul. Get the ball in bounds, take care of it. You got your ball handlers in. What we didn't have the other night was Micah inbounding the ball. That's a good move by Isaiah.
Glenn to Haynes.
Back to him.
We didn't have Haynes in the game either, as I recall that night. There's a foul. Doing a good job extending the game is Webb, but he'll sit down with his 5th. 31.2 seconds. Micah Glenn to the line. He'll shoot a pair. Looks like a win for Great Crossing. I won't have the final score until I get a box score.
Micah's had a great game tonight. Just all around, whether it's scoring or not scoring. He's rebounded. He's just been everywhere.
He's tough. Toughness.
He's tough. He's really tough. Kind of wish he would have laid the ball in 2 possessions ago when he just absolutely made an incredible move.
This team's got to get by on its toughness. There's no question. As we've said, the size lacking, but the heart is not. They will sort out the foul situation. It is 5 for Webb. Chenault with 4 will check in. Glenn towing the line. Makes the first.
Not walking, towing the line.
Not tired of towing the line like the old song. Little Rocky Burnett action. For you one-hit wonder fans, there's Glenn making both.
I say you put ball right there, Jay-Z. Put ball prep. Yes, make them earn this.
Simpson for deep 3. No. Back rim. Barrett got his fingers on it. They'll get a second chance. Hamilton swats it away as Dunn had a second opportunity from the corner. 22.6.
Now there's the long rebound off the 3s right now I'm talking about, Cal. You have to rebound long. They're going to be launching it.
Douglas. Simpson to inbound.
They're 1 rebound away and a couple free throws here.
Time, precious and ticking away on Douglas. Simpson leans in, wild shot, no good. Glenn rebound, 15 seconds, foul. Glenn back to the line, and 2 free throws would just about do it. The crowd, the student section has been a big help tonight.
The football squad.
They have been involved. And Scott County needed the energy late. Glenn makes the free throw.
Micah just steps up there and keeps knocking them down. That a boy.
Money. They have made at least their last 8.
There's the nail. Just get out of the way.
Let them shoot. Don't stop the clock. Step back 3 for Boone is no good. Nothing but air. Rebound Glenn.
That'll do it.
I think Douglas will concede the final 6 seconds. Your final score. Scott County wins it 74-67 over the Douglas Broncos.
They needed that bad. Great win.
Big time as they go to 1-0 in the district. Douglas drops to 0-3. Got to tell you,
I will say this, Cal. That's a good 0-3 team.
That
tells you anything about the 43rd right now. And we haven't faced the other teams that, that have beat them.
They're going to play Bryant Station, I believe, before Christmas. I think Great Crossing is going to play them too, even though that's not a district game. We'll get some final stats, hopefully, or if we don't, we'll tell you that the player of the game, he was the heart and soul. I'm going to give it to Micah Glenn tonight if you have no problem with that.
If you don't, I will.
I don't know what the numbers were, but he carried him down the stretch, made the free throws to close this thing out. The Cardinals get a really big victory. What is their schedule coming up? They've got Bryan Station on Friday night on the road. Then they host Lewis County next Tuesday here. Then they go to Collins. So they are busy before Christmas before they go to Campbellsville for 3 nights. Nothing better than 3 nights in Campbellsville.
And you look up, you say, which one of these doesn't fit? The Lewis County. And I asked Coach Glenn, I said, did you need one? He's like, yes, I did. And that's nothing against Lewis County. It's just we don't ever play Lewis County.
Yeah, that's an odd.
That's a 16th region team.
That's a strange matchup with the folks from Vanceburg. Is that where they hail from? Senator Massey's part of the world.
Yes, sir.
Cards win. 74-67. It is a much needed, as you said, win for Scott County. They go to 3-4, 1-0 in the district, and Douglas drops to 2-5 and 0-3. Your Toyota Motor Manufacturing of Kentucky player of the game is Micah Glenn. I'll get downstairs and talk about the particulars, but Derek, it's been good having you in the booth once again. We'll do it again.
Great to be
very,
back.
very soon.
Again, the band back together. It was good playing tonight.
Thanks to Brett Smith for directing and photographing and doing all the dirty work behind the scenes. I'm merely Cal Oaks. Thank you, James and Mike Scoggin and DT Wells. To all y'all, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Absolutely.
We won't be back to it with you until after January, but do go to newsgraphic.com, follow our social media. A lot of basketball to be played over the holidays as these teams are going to hit the road, and we'll cover it for you. Until next time, see you on the sidelines. Good night, everybody.